What an unbelievable fight that was. That, without a shadow of a doubt, saved the weekend. Naoya Inoue stops Ramon Cardenas in the 8th round. And what an unbelievable fight that was. That's the fight that we've been waiting to see all weekend. You know, no one else performing. We were relying on this fight. And wow, both of them performed. Both of them performed. Both put on a great fight. The styles gelled. Inoue can have a fantastic fight with absolutely anyone. It doesn't matter who he's in there with. He's going to put on an amazing fight with you. He's an unbelievably entertaining fighter. Probably the most entertaining fighter in boxing right now, if we're being completely honest. But yeah, he got dropped in the second round as well, did Inoue. He got dropped brutally in that second round, literally caught with the same shot that Neri caught him with. Cardenas was very clearly watching that tape of that fight thoroughly, and then caught Inoue with that same shot Neri did when Inoue left his chin high in the air. And it does make you think about Inoue's chin. There is a question about the chin of Naoya Inoue. How good is it really? Would it be able to hold up against MJ? Would it be able to hold up against Nakatani? Would it be able to hold up as Inoue goes up to super featherweight eventually? There's questions to be answered, in my opinion, about that. And it's going to be interesting to see what happens as he goes on. But no matter what, the guy's putting on absolute wars and proper good performances from us, for us fans, and he's always in a very good, entertaining fight. Look, he was unsettled a bit in that second round and in that third round, but from then, after he got dropped, there was a fire lit under him, and that's the exact same as what happened in the Neri fight. When Inoue got dropped, there was a fire lit, and he was able to go on and end up beating down Ramon Cardenas in that fight. It ended up beating him down. But Cardenas was always able to come back with something. Cardenas would then come back with something to the body, in some of those rounds. Even the rounds that Inoue was winning, Cardenas was able to come back with something good, uppercut here and there. But Cardenas was nicking a few rounds as well. Inoue didn't dominate the fight whatsoever after getting dropped. I mean, I thought Cardenas took that second round. He took the third round. I think he took the fifth round or something as well. But then from like round 6 onwards, there wasn't really loads coming back from Cardenas. Once Inoue was able to really get his volume going in that fight, it really did start to show, and it really did make things really difficult for Ramon Cardenas, to be completely honest. He really was able to go on and make things difficult for him in that fight. With just that constant volume consistently, and it really just kept making Cardenas think and not really want to open up massively. All Cardenas just wanted to, catch Inoue big again. But it's very rare that Naoya Inoue makes the same mistake twice in the same fight. That's the thing. But he can make the same mistake twice in different fights. And that's what we saw in the Neri fight. And that's what we saw tonight when he did get dropped. But I'm glad he got dropped, because that really did liven things up this weekend. And it's something that really does get people talking fully about, what we are going to see in Naoya Inoue's future and what actually is his chin like. Because Inoue is a very bloody great, fantastic, elite defensive fighter. We all know that. But when he gets caught flush, leaving his chin in the air, when he starts to open up at times, he gets caught flush on that chin and he gets dropped. I don't think has got the greatest of chins. He's just a very good defensive fighter who's very good at being able to take shots on these gloves. And that's what he was doing today. But he did take some big shots off Cardenas, but he wasn't getting hit like that. And when Inoue, it's only when Inoue makes a slight mistake, he gets dropped. And, he takes his time when he's on the ground, gets up, waited till about 7 or 8. Then Inoue got up and was completely fine. you know, he is very experienced, and that is why he is such a great fighter, because even when he does get dropped, it doesn't discourage him. He doesn't suddenly start covering up or anything. The guy always wants to go out on his shield, or still always believes no matter what, he is the better fighter than you. Even when he gets dropped, he will go again. And a lot of fighters can't really say the same for that. And that is why Inoue is so elite, because he will always keep on coming. Even when he's dropped, he will still try and dominate the rest of the round. Even if he's hurt, he will stay in your face, get that jab going, and try and dominate the rest of the round. And that is what he tried to do to Ramon Cardenas today. That's what he tried to do against Luis Neri. So, and I mean, that's what he did against Neri, and there wasn't really long left in the round, but when there was, he was still in front of Cardenas, trying to take that front foot. So, yeah, there we go. And then, you know, fourth round, he comes out like nothing happened, really. You know, he's a little bit shaky, but he was still on that front foot, getting that jab going, mixing in some good lead hand feints in that third round. You know, he kept on going as things are normal. In the fourth round, he seemed a bit more settled in there, trying to get the jab going. But again, Cardenas was still able to get some big shots through a lot of the time, though. The lead took of Ramon Cardenas was good. The body work was very good from Ramon Cardenas. But I think it was the jab of Naoya Inoue which really was able to set a good pace in that fight. The constant jab from Naoya Inoue was fantastic, to be completely honest. It was very, very, very good when he was able to get that jab going. Then that straight right upstairs was a proper dangerous punch. It was like a quadruple right hand, which was able to eventually drop Cardenas in that seventh round. You know, he's a proper brutal puncher, Naoya Inoue. And the volume he's got, the angles that he makes, how awkward he is, it just showed today. The volume, the speed that Inoue's got in his hand, the speed and power that he throws his combinations with. It's just like you don't really see that from any other fighter in boxing. I stand by the fact Inoue has got the best boxing IQ in the sport. He's got the best boxing IQ in the sport. 100% he does. All fighters make mistakes. It's just the chin of Inoue, which I just don't fully trust. And that's going to really start to affect him more as he goes, goes up in weight. That's the thing. And that's shown since he's been fighting at featherweight. But look, if the MJ fight happens next, well, it will happen next. That's what's been agreed. That could be a very dangerous fight for Inoue. The Nakatani fight could be a very dangerous fight for Inoue. If he goes up to super featherweight, that does make things intriguing, and that does make things interesting, because that is a strong division, super featherweight. It's a strong division now. You've got some good names. But yeah, look, I'm really looking forward to Inoue and MJ. That's the fight. But no matter who Inoue's in there with, it's going to be a great fight. And these two today, Inoue and Cardenas, saved the weekend. I knew Cardenas would be good. I said it in my prediction video. I knew he had power. I knew he had explosive moments. I think he timed his moments well today as well, Cardenas, and he picked his shots well, showed good speed, showed good power. He hurt Inoue countless times. But Inoue was just too good. Inoue's just so good at being able to mentally break him and just reset and get back to doing what he's doing. He's just a fantastic fighter, Naoya Inoue. He's absolutely unbelievable. But yeah, there we go. Thank you all for watching. Speak to you all in the next one. What a fight.